No worse for the wear, that's what I say about this weekend. Now, I just wanted to show you the forecasted high temperatures Sunday afternoon for all areas of the western slope, the Tri-County area specifically, but even our mountain communities. Everybody fell shy of the averages for this time of the year. There was no expectation that we would get to the upper 80s for Montrose. There was no expectation that we would get to the lower 90s for Grand Junction today. We had lots of cloud coverage. We did see some sunshine, and that helped bubble up a few storms. But we also had widespread showers and thunderstorms, and we've been in this pattern. We're on the downside of it, but we've been in this pattern since Friday, so a couple days now. And of course, these lower temperatures, cooler temperatures, if you will, that's headline number 2. Near and below the averages for this time of the year, and that's exactly what we get. Now, getting into next week, some areas, Montrose County, we're going to remain below the averages for this time of the year because we will still keep storms in the forecast, not just today, but also into the middle of next week. And of course, that'll be the Mountain Genesis sites, but by default, Montrose, we're a little bit higher in elevation, we're a little bit further south, so we will keep those storm chances each and every afternoon for the upcoming work week. Now, there is a warm-up for other locations, especially during the midweek period. And I'm specifically referencing Mesa County because a little bit further to the north and slightly lower in elevation. So that might make all the difference in the world. We do have dry air filtering into our forecast region, courtesy of this high pressure system. We've been talking about it just for the last 48 hours, not much to it. It will exert some influence over our area. It will actually push all these storms further to the east. If you'll notice, the bullseye for the flooding threat 3 days ago began late Thursday in southern Arizona and then migrated through Arizona, New Mexico, now into Texas, and then continues getting pushed further east for much of the upcoming week. But we still will have a lot of moisture trapped in the atmosphere, just like we did today. On Sunday, we had storms popping up over the mountain zones. We had a little bit of drift. We did have some reports of small hail. We did have some gusty wind speeds. We've been averaging between 35 and 45 miles per hour with these storms, and we've been plagued with flood issues, whether it's a flood advisory for low water crossings, notorious slow drain areas, and flood warnings for creeks that have been inundated in our mountain communities. So that was our weekend at a glance. Now, moving into next week, even though we have drier air, we don't entirely dry out our region. And again, we'll keep these storms going, and they will be potential flood makers, whether it's an advisory or a warning for a specific area. It is something you need to be mindful of. We do anticipate another round, another monsoon surge, if you will, late next week, early next weekend. Still on the fence about that because we're still trying to analyze this high pressure system that's influencing much of the forecast period for Grand Junction through the middle and end of next week. So we do expect a little bit warmer temperatures in the afternoon hours, but you can also say a little bit on the muggy side of things. So if you're out working, you're going to break a sweat and you're probably going to get some of that in your eyes. So take it easy. Don't forget, these are still hot temperatures, and these are slightly hotter than the average for this time of the year, but by no means will these be record-setting temperatures.